Welcome, everybody. This is another episode of Nerd Variety Podcast. What's up? I'm Josh, and I'm joined by Hayden.
Hey, how's it going? I still always expect a nickname, and you never do it anymore.
Um,
No,
the
that's okay. You don't
the
have to
the
think of
the
one.
the uh, it's been so long since I've done nicknames. Maybe I'll think of one at the end. So yeah, Hayden, the OG, and then we have Chandon, the new
Hey
G.
guys.
Yeah, both of y'all are OGs in my book, but to the podcast, Chandon's a noob, filthy noob. But
I
yeah,
show up every once in a while.
especially this year, a lot this year. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So yeah, we're just doing a little update, little discussion about the MCU news that's recently come out. We got the Doomsday trailer finally released on YouTube, and then we also got some news this weekend from San Diego Comic-Con with some news about the future of the MCU. So yeah, very exciting stuff.
Very
So
exciting.
yes, yes. Um, Hayden and I have seen the Doomsday trailer,
Mhm.
and Shannon refuses to.
I do. At this point, I probably should watch it. Everything's been spoiled. I know I've heard word for word what happens in the trailer, but I've never actually just sat down and watched it. So I
Mhm.
probably need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I could see it either way. They've shown some teasers before. This was like the first real trailer, but I mean, I understand too not wanting to watch a lot of trailers for movies. You don't want spoilers. Although I will say, as we all know, I believe the MCU does a pretty good job of hiding the reality of the movies.
hmm
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because it kind of goes back to the Spider-Man movie coming out next week. We
Yeah.
really don't know 100%. We all have our speculation. We all have our who we think she's playing, but we don't know who Sadie Sink is playing officially yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think Instagram has people on Instagram have been like saying something, but I'm just like, I don't believe you. But so I'm like, whatever. Could be this, could be that. But I'll go in. I'll be happy no matter what. I'll be happy to hear it in the theater, like who she
Yeah.
is.
That is interesting. And actually, I also had been hearing from a coworker that apparently it seems like Zendaya is teasing something is going to happen to MJ. I hadn't heard that previously, but apparently she's
Oh,
been wearing black a lot with webs into interviews and stuff. So,
Hmm.
it's I heard either, maybe she might die in this or maybe she might be venomized.
Hmm. Some Spider-Man 2 video game plot
Yeah.
threads. I'm
yeah,
kind of here for it. The Venom symbiote is out there
it
in the
is.
MCU. We don't know if
Kinda.
we don't know how far it's traveled in the last 4 years.
Is
Four,
that
four.
still
Yeah,
considered the MCU? The
Yeah,
I
Venom
yeah,
movie?
think I think so. I think
yeah. Because,
whenever the Eddie Brock came over to the MCU and then
hmm
went back and left a piece, I wonder if that's how they're going to bring and say that's how the symbiote came to the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, it got left. A piece of it got left behind, and it was squirming around. So just needs if it survives 4 years, it can make its way. It knows about Peter, so
Yeah.
Peter and Spider-Man. It knows about Spider-Man, not Peter, but yeah. So
It was
it
like if
can,
it knows it forgot Peter.
yeah. So it can find it's gonna find its way up there, I think. If not Peter, MJ, somebody.
I wonder if it will be the same Venom just without Tom Hardy. So he still has all the memories of the Tom Hardy movies
Yeah,
up to that point, but
yeah,
just it's gonna be weird because the hive mind and all that they
yeah. They
established.
set up things, and then it's like, how are you going to you set these things up to make sense for other movies, but then you don't. How are you going to follow that up with a future movie? Because I would love a traditional Venom for this MCU, but I
Yeah,
don't
Yeah.
know how they can do it. Tom Holland did come out and say he wants to adapt some black suit Venom stuff for a future Spider-Man movie.
Well, aren't they doing Secret Wars at some point?
Yeah, Secret Wars comes out next year or
next
2028.
December
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, kind
is
of.
what I heard.
That would make sense as a follow up to whatever happens in Doomsday.
Yeah, isn't in the comics, isn't that a symbiote story for him?
Yeah, that's the that's the original symbiote story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember my brother had that comic when I was a kid, and I read it, and it was cool. I'm like, look at
Yeah.
this. That's the Black Suit, because the '90s cartoon was coming out with the story, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm reading it, and then I'm seeing it on TV. This is cool. Doomsday, though, definitely got some Infinity War vibes from watching the trailer. Very ominous threat coming. Interesting seeing all the characters together on screen, especially like X-Men characters with MCU characters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that's going to be the exciting, just to kind of see where some of those other universes are and how they
Mhm.
all end up merging. And my personal belief, I think it's going to be MCU versus the X Men
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
to start out with, the whole story starts to unravel from there.
yeah. Because the Fantastic Four, you see them in the same room with the Avengers, but then like there's a lot of fighting with the X-Men, and of course those filthy mutants. Like what are they? It's all this is all their fault.
Yeah.
No more mutants.
Well, do you think there's going to be a part two?
I think Secret Wars probably the part two if they're doing like
You think
they
it's
seem like they're
continuing that?
following through the 2015 Secret Wars comic run. So
Yeah.
that kind of tied into like an incursion happened and universe that's where universes kind of collided, setting up that Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think after Secret Wars is going to lead into that soft reboot of the franchise. There's going to be a
Hmm.
lot of characters that are the same, but then they're going to reboot other characters.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting the X-Men. I think the X-Men movie's coming out maybe next year. They're probably laying the groundwork for that, and then we have the other new stuff, which we can talk about closer in a little bit. Hayden, you watched the trailer. What'd you think about the Doom accent or the first look at Doom?
I think it's interesting. I think they didn't give us a whole lot,
Hmm.
but just enough to whet our appetite. I think that it's kind of funny to me, actually, if I think about it. It's almost like Dragon Ball Z levels of like what's the term? Like power scaling.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
just with Thor coming down with the full might of Stormbreaker and Doom
yeah.
just
Yeah, yeah, very, very anime tropey. Yeah, huh? You maybe use about 1% of my 1% of my power.
yeah.
It's crazy to think that Doom is that strong and he can like use whatever magic or science to create a force field that can stop Thor. But
Right. So supposedly it's stronger than the Infinity Stones together because like Stormbreaker through went right through those.
yeah, like Thor, yeah, Thor stopped a blast of Infinity Gauntlet energy coming at him, or
He didn't
and
just like stop it. He threw his hammer and it went straight through it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what Doom's got in his arsenal, but
Yeah.
okay. And it definitely gives me like, okay, we really could have used another Fantastic Four movie to set him up.
Yeah. I think that would be cool, but I don't know. Maybe they'll write it so that it makes perfect sense. Who knows? But I mean, maybe they'll do a flashback movie later. Really couldn't say.
Yeah, from what I read yesterday from the convention spot for Doomsday, they mentioned that the movie is going to have some backstory, some Doom Fantastic Four backstory, some back and forth between them to show their kind of their history.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, we because we deserve some we need some more context for Doom because this is our first full look at him and hearing him speak. I did like I liked RDJ's accent for Doom. I was like, I don't want him to please don't do just a stupid English accent because I've heard that before and it's not, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, so while y'all
we'll
were
see.
talking, I went ahead and pulled it up in the background and just watched
Hmm.
the trailer.
Oh, okay.
So just put it mute. But I don't know. After like I said, I've heard people talk about it, and I've kind of been like wavering on it. Is it going to be good? Is it?
Hmm.
But watching it gave me a little bit more hope. I liked seeing some of the X Men versus MCU fights that they
Yeah, yeah.
showed. I think Doom's voice Yeah, like you said, it's not just your standard British accent.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm still not quite hyped up to Infinity War or Endgame
No.
levels. Like when those two movies were coming out, I was excited,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm a little worried because I'm with Doomsday. I'm at like we'll see.
Hmm.
Like there's things to be hyped about, like in the trailer, Shang-Chi and Gambit fighting each other
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
with the cards and the 10 rings.
That's gonna be so
So,
good.
but that to me, that's where I feel like we missed a lot is characters that we've established, like Shang-Chi, hasn't gotten a sequel yet.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
we're talking about other characters that that's exciting, yes, but new characters when we got characters that are just as exciting already established that we're doing nothing with.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Why haven't we seen the Avengers at all before this? Like, that's not. We really could have used some build up, some more build up, some more like groundwork
I
to
mean,
set
Yeah.
this movie up.
they showed Doom like one time briefly
Hmm.
before this,
Yeah.
which was obviously at the end of Fantastic Four. But with Thanos, we saw what he had done before, what he had done without him being directly involved.
Hmm.
We saw him influence all these sort of events, and we'd seen him a few times, like
Hmm.
short glimpses of him. So they really built up what he was doing and how behind the scenes he was for everything. So, I mean, I guess it's possible they'll try to throw something in like that here. I just don't see them first of all, I don't see them doing that a second time. I mean, if they did, I think it would be a little, I don't know, like just feeling like they're recycling uh,
Yeah,
the thing they did with Thanos.
Yeah, yeah.
because I know like they announced that it was going to be Robert Downey Jr. coming back to play Doom. I'm not a big fan of that.
Same,
Now they
same.
could win me over in the long run to see how they explain it, why he has Tony Stark's face, but in the moment when they announced it and even leading up to it, I'm not a huge fan of bringing RDJ back just to. It kind of feels like a cash grab when it's
It
not needed.
it's totally a cash grab. It
Yeah.
was it was like same thoughts of like, oh crap, they're doing Doom, and it's RJ. It's like, oh, that's a choice. But there's good and bad in that choice that they made. I personally think Cillian Murphy should have been Doom, and they also should have like built up Doom some more. But I think they were just worried about the whole Jonathan Majors Kang fallout and that
Yeah.
not and trying to scramble for something to make their plan for the next Avengers movie and then the Secret Wars that comes after that.
Well, and they could have kept the course with Kang because with all the
Hmm.
variant stuff, you could have brought in anybody to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
Kang, and he was
yeah,
just a variant that won.
yeah, yeah. You have they messed up. They kind of messed up with
They
like
did
okay,
show the arena.
full
Yeah,
of Jonathan Majors Kang, but that could still be like there's a lot of them that look the same, but there's a lot of them that don't have to look the same.
yeah. But
There's
look at the three Spider Man.
exactly. The Reed Richards from Multiverse of Madness versus the one we have now,
Yeah,
and the one that's in like the original Fantastic Four movie, or the Fan Four stick that no one talks about.
we're still not going to talk about it.
We don't have to. We really don't have
Wait,
to.
say that again?
Fan Four stick.
Yeah, no, it's just the meme.
Yeah, yeah.
Never mind.
No,
Just
sorry.
move past it.
Yeah, wait, smooth past it. Just like the MC, just like Marvel did. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it needs some more build up for this movie, but yeah, I wanted to see more like the Avengers coming together. I'm excited to see the Thunderbolts again and see how the teams work together.
It'll
Um,
be really interesting. I actually didn't think about this until someone mentioned that he was in a screenshot. Potentially, he was a little obscured, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they utilize Sentry and
mhm.
slash the Void.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like so far he's like is he the strongest one in the MCU at this point?
I
The
don't know about
strongest like hero at least.
I don't know about strongest. I mean, he's definitely up there with like Hulk and Thanos, and no, sorry, Hulk, Thor, and like Captain Marvel. But I
See, I
think
don't even know that I'd put Hulk up there with as much as they've nerfed Hulk in the MCU.
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
I wouldn't say like nerfed. I would say just not given a lot to do. Because this Hulk fought Surtur, was like he was like throwing hands with Surtur. So he is very
Yeah.
powerful. And he threw hands with Thanos, but Thanos is of course Thanos. But it's just like how much have we been able to see this Hulk, and then Smart Hulk always is, like holds back. We don't get to see that full strength with Smart
Right.
Hulk. Now we are going to get him in Brand New Day, and from the I've only seen screenshots of him, and if he's making Punisher like shit himself,
Yeah.
then yeah, this is going to be a good like I think that Hulk is still there. He's just buried a little bit.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think we should get Doctor Strange, maybe Spider-Man, maybe Hulk, maybe Captain Marvel in this, but I don't know that we're not seeing anything. So
Right. I
yeah.
mean, I guess we'll have until I guess it's next weekend actually when we'll see what's going to be going on with Hulk, Punisher, and Spider-Man. You know?
Yeah, at least Hulk and Spider-Man because they would definitely be
Yeah.
in that movie in
Yeah.
Doomsday
I don't know how much
in some
Punisher
way.
would actually contribute to a fight with Doom.
Yeah,
Fair.
give him a cameo.
Yeah. I mean,
Love
I
it.
don't know how much he's actually doing in Spider-Man. You
Give him.
know, we've only seen like one or two short scenes of him in the
That's true.
trailers.
Yeah. Well, the second trailer, which I didn't watch, but I know I've seen like screenshots of like I've like scrolled past screenshots and I've seen you he is like fighting crime in New York City. He is like he and Peter do have kind of like a like have an established like they have worked together. They know of each other, and then of course he is there when we see like angry Hulk, and he makes that face of that oh shit face. So yeah, I don't know how much we'll see. Maybe put him in Doomsday and just give him the only F bomb. I'll be
Hey,
fine with that.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. I forgot. So we're also getting Vision Quest in October.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I haven't heard about that in a while, actually.
Yeah. It was another announcement at Comic-Con.
I just looked
Vision,
at the Comic-Con announcements, but maybe it just skipped that one. I don't know.
yeah, I was saying there was some stuff like earlier this year about it when they
Yeah,
announced when they said it was coming out this year.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
really
interested to
didn't.
see where White Vision is after that fight.
hmm Yeah, what kind of show we're gonna get? I feel like we're gonna get if it's the same vein as like Agatha and WandaVision, it's gonna be very much like you don't really see the full picture of what's going on until later. It's kind of one of those slow build up mysteries, you know, kind of doing one genre until and then they kind of merge and go into the like, okay, yeah, this is a Marvel show. Here's the rest of the world. We're starting from right here, then we're gonna go, full MCU at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll be honest with you. I actually liked Agatha.
I like that too.
I enjoyed that show.
That was a fun show,
Yeah.
especially watching it during like the fall Halloween. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the vibes here.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah. I think I don't know. They said that her or one of his kids would be in Doomsday, but I can't remember.
I'm
Would
gonna
it be
throw.
Wiccan?
Wiccan was the one that was Agatha. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I would throw out. I think it's going to be Agatha. She's going to be one of the witches that they have been showing at Comic Con.
Hmm. Really?
Wasn't one of them purple?
Oh, I saw there was one witch, and then I saw there was three of them, but I don't remember the color schemes.
But if there's one that's purple, I would say that's going to be Agatha,
Okay.
some way or how.
Multiverse,
Yeah.
shenanigans. It's like, oh, it was Agatha all along. Haha. We're getting Speed is going to be showing up in Vision Quest. So we'll have both twins, you know,
Yeah.
as in their comic act as like back since after WandaVision.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I know I'm like 20 minutes late, but I remembered what I was going to say about Doomsday.
Okay.
It was regarding Steve.
Yes.
Someone was speculating on if that's the real Steve
Mm.
and if, you know, like I think the point they were trying to say the point of that scene where he grabs the hammer is proof that he's Steve.
Hmm.
But this is Marvel. They could be doing some switcheroo thing.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You think we're getting Captain Hydra or just?
Yeah, that too.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So like is it our universe's Steve or is it a different universe where he's Captain Hydra or where he's just, you know, not our Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So we could get. So we see a Steve, but we could have more than one Steve, and one of those Steves could be Captain Hydra.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
can see it just because it while Doom can do it by himself, just like Thanos could,
Hmm.
him having the Black Order working with him
Yeah.
and having being able to have multiple big fights going on at different places,
Hmm.
I think it'd be a good thing to have.
Yeah. Yeah. That I did like that about Infinity War. That wasn't just like them fighting Thanos or some big CGI army. It was the Black Order that was doing like the groundwork. They were having a hard time with fighting the Black Order. And then with I think with Doom is definitely I think he's definitely like pitting people against each other, pitting like the different X-Men teams or the Fantastic Four or the X-Men. Kind of like Doom's speech, like put aside your pay squabbles. There's a bigger threat here. But yeah, make them all fight.
So actually I also was just thinking, do you think that this is gonna kind of be their way to merge all the multiverse stuff and get rid of like the multiverse saga? I don't know if that's something they've talked about
Like I think
straightforwardly.
this is going to be like the
Yeah.
start of it, and then
Hmm.
Secret Wars is going to be the end of the multiverse saga, and then
Yeah.
we're going to move right into the mutant saga.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just the mutant saga, the next phase, the next saga that we're doing where everything's kind of streamlined under one kind of universe.
Yeah.
With some I mean maybe some like standalone projects here and there. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, I think they're trying to get everything together since they own all the properties now.
Well, with the X Men and all the characters they have there, you could do individualized movies on the X Men and have the X Men almost be the Avengers level, or like the Avengers movies is the X Men coming together. So you can do a whole movie after this is over just about Scott and Jean, and then you could do a little bit about Mystique. You can do something about Nightcrawler. You can do all these characters and bring them together and do an X Men movie, kind of like the
Mhm.
Avengers.
Yeah, yeah. Just so we don't have, I guess I'd rather not let's I like I definitely want to see like a Team X-Men movie, but then you could also do some solo stuff just so you don't have to you can kind of focus on like single stories and
Yeah.
not have to follow the same formula as the old X-Men movies did.
I'm
Yep.
also interested to see if they introduce other X-Men characters that we haven't seen in movies before,
Yes, yes, we need.
since they didn't show any of the X-Men in this except for what they did in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I'd be fine with more of them showing up and then going into the mutant saga. Like, hey, let's use different X-Men, please, and make them accurate as best you can.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. Do you think it's a stretch to see that we'd see Dark Phoenix?
Yes, yes. I can we go like I don't know another a couple? Can we go a phase with or two phases without Dark Phoenix? I'd love
No,
that.
no.
Or
You
just
have
or
to
just
get
or
it
just never adapted
immediately.
again.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, let's get a lot of X Men under our belt before that even happens. Or
Yes,
I'd
yes.
even say kill Jean Grey off for a good 4 or 5 movies
Ooh.
before you bring her back.
Yeah, yeah, that would make her return a lot more epic and let us know that you guys actually put some thought into the Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
They just know she's popular and or that version is popular and they're like,
Yeah.
throw her
it's
in there as soon as possible.
it's the character the character's great. It's just that story and that storyline is just like one of the biggest X-Men storylines. So they feel like they have to adapt it. There's so many other things they could adapt.
Yeah.
We got confirmation that Ryan Gosling is playing Ghost Rider in a Ghost Rider movie set for 2028, and I am I'm satisfied with that. that is going to be good. I'm very sure that's going to be good.
Yeah, no,
I
I was not seeing that coming. I
Me
did,
neither.
Ryan Gosling would not have been my first pick, and I guess it's not their first pick either, technically.
I've seen fan picks for him, but I was like,
Yeah.
maybe, whatever.
I mean, I think he'll be good. I
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Ryan Gosling and just about everything that I
Mhm.
can think of that I've seen him in. I'm sure there's plenty of blank spaces there. But
Mhm.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will really get me excited about it and kind of give me an idea of what it's going to look like. Is the director of the Ghost Rider movie is directing a Star Wars movie currently, starring Ryan Gosling. So they're going to
Mhm.
work together in Star Wars and in Marvel. So after that Star Wars movie comes out, that's going to really show me a lot of how they work together and kind of help get me excited for that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen much about that, but I'll definitely want to check that out just because, like, is it Star Wars or is it like Star Wars-esque?
No, I think it's a Star Wars movie.
That's gonna be interesting seeing Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie. It's gonna be a kind of a. It's like, whoa, what are you doing here, man? Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. I wonder what version he's gonna play. I'll be fine with Johnny Blaze. I know we saw one in Ages of Shield,
yeah.
but that was so far. That was so long ago. Like, I guess they could just go back to do Johnny Blaze, and I'll be fine with that. Just
Yeah, I don't think that show's canon or even like involved anymore. So
well, when they do the soft reboot, it's not gonna matter. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, the Daredevil shows weren't part of that originally, and they adapted them and they're including them into this
yeah.
now.
They were like adjacent, but now they're definitely trying to make them as canon as they can.
Plus,
Still with a little like make it a little loose.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they did at least incorporate MCU events into Agents of
yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't remember if
Yeah.
they ever did it vice versa, but
The Netflix shows did talk about the rafts after Civil War came out, but not so much about like the Accords wasn't a big thing. Like all like and they talked about some of the heroes and some of the and like aliens, gods, yada yada, but in some like certain events, but not like they didn't really keep up with events as they were happening in the movies. So I would say, yeah, loose canonicity. And last but not least, we got Black Panther 3 announced for 2028 as well, with a with T'Challa's son, with the actor announced for who's playing T'Challa's son, T'Challa 2, and I think that's going to be one to look forward to as well.
yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, they haven't shown much, and I'm interested to see because they did show some Black Panther characters, action in the Doomsday trailer. So I'm interested to see how that ends up leading into Black Panther 3.
Yeah, I did see some concept art that was leaked about Secret Wars. I did see an adult Black Panther in that concept art. So I was like, I guess they are. I feel like they are going to do since they set up the child's son was out there. I was like, I guess we could see him, a grown up version of him in the future.
yeah, and that's kind of the thing that like I'm excited about for it. The actor that's going to be stepping in is a great actor. I like him in everything that I've seen him in. But what kind of time shenanigans are we going to have to get into
Hmm.
for him to be the new Black Panther?
Yeah, yeah. Like how are they going to make that work? How are they going to make that kind of how are they going to make that make sense? I'm happy for that they're doing this. I just want it to work without them
Yeah.
having to like you know, just say, oh, we want this, y'all want this, or so yes, it's happening. It's going to do it. It's going to be a thing. I don't know if there's any other announcements, but yeah, I'm glad they finally put those in on the calendar, and we have some new stuff to look forward to. So I know it's like X-Men. I think it's 2027 next year maybe, and then Ghost Rider and Black Panther 3. I looking
2028.
forward to. I'm looking forward to it. I like to see another Thor movie. That would be great. But whenever they can get that fleshed out properly.
No more Taika Waititi.
Give them some
I
guardrails.
like Taika Waititi. Everyone craps all over the Thor movies, 3 and 4, Well,
No,
I don't know if
just
people really
four, just
crap on
four.
Just four,
three,
just
but
four.
just four, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't as good as three, and there are definitely better Marvel movies altogether, but I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was fun.
We do
Yeah.
need to do a our Marvel ranking video with you, Hayden. Like I
For
think that's
me,
but
for me, Ragnarok's top tier. Like
yes,
it's
yeah.
it's my favorite, and I
Yeah.
don't even think four is the worst MCU movie. I mean, but it's definitely right in the middle for me, or
Yeah.
bottom half of the middle.
It's got some things that I think some stuff happened behind the scenes, and I think or it's just some stuff happening in during production that didn't give us the movie that we wanted, but it was still it had its good merits. And I think it's more of a lesson for them to improve on in the future. Okay, so we covered Avengers Doomsday coming out this December. Also the same weekend as Dune 3, so that's going to be a fun weekend to go to the movies. Then we also have Vision Quest in October. Oh, sorry, Spider-Man's coming out this the on the 31st.
Probably the day this comes out,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
assume.
yeah, that's the plan. So brand new day, then we're getting Vision Quest, and then we're getting Doomsday on December 18th. And then X movie, Ghost Rider, and then Black Panther 3. There's probably some more stuff, but we'll talk about that when we can look into it, get some more information, get some official announcements. There might be more coming out soon. Yeah. I'm mostly excited for I'm excited for Vision Quest. Pretty excited for Doomsday. I have some doubts, but I'm expecting a fun movie, and definitely excited for like the future stuff.
I just wanted to. I'm looking forward to everything. I always do. People crap all over how the MCU is these days. The state of it.
Hmm.
I've continued to enjoy it. They're not like big epics all the time, and they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to be. Like they don't have
right.
to be perfect. They're there to be fun, and I think they've been fun. Just a couple off-topic reminders if anybody is, also wanting reminders of other superhero themed things this year. We got the Insomniac Wolverine game
Yes,
coming up,
yes. Hmm.
which I'm definitely going to be buying. If either of you are as well, we want to do a review on that. We can after maybe like in October or something, however long it takes us to finish it. And then speaking of October, we're also getting Clayface in the DC universe,
Oh yeah,
which I'm very looking forward.
As well as Lanterns TV show coming out this year too.
that's right.
Right,
That's right.
Lanterns. I keep forgetting when that is. I think it's in August.
It's next month. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to that. And excited to see a new take on that where it's not CGI green suits constantly.
Can we get? Yeah, we've only had like one live action Green Lantern since then. That was in Stargirl, but it was very
Well,
short, little couple
I mean, we
couple of
had Guy
episodes.
Gardner in
Yeah, I was
Superman.
gonna say
Yeah. Oh
technically
yeah.
Guy
Yeah.
Garner
Yeah. Which that was fun. That was a fun adaptation. But I'm
yeah.
looking forward to seeing like Hal Jordan and John Stewart
And
together.
Guy Garner. He's gonna be in that
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Oh wow. It's
Yeah,
gonna be he's gonna I guess he can it feels like a different genre of movies.
it does.
But if he's as long as I guess if he's still like his, asshole character, then I guess it works.
Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't show up to see Supergirl. I personally thought Supergirl was really good. I didn't understand all the hate that happened with Supergirl.
Hmm.
So it actually got me more excited to see. I mean, does it have its problem? There's some problem with this, pretty much any movie. But it got me excited about seeing Man of Tomorrow and all the other stuff that's leading up
Hmm.
to in the DCU as well.
Yeah, I loved Supergirl, I will say. I thought it was really fun. It did have, a pretty by now classic, superhero movie pitfall, which was kind of a forgettable villain.
Hmm.
I mean, he is
Yeah.
threatening and everything throughout the movie, I guess, but who can even remember the guy's name afterwards?
Right. I haven't seen it yet, but I never got a name or like like a clarification about who the villain is, and
Yeah.
it's just
I
nothing
think
that
it's
really popped in my
Krem,
head.
I want to
Yeah.
say.
What's his name?
Yeah. Krem.
Okay. Creme.
Creme de la creme.
Exactly.
I'm the creme
That's
de
the
la
only
creme.
way I
Oh, okay,
remember
sure.
it. Because I think cream, and then I'm like, no, it's slightly different.
And the cream always rises to the top.
All right. So yeah, that's just about all I think we had to cover.
All right. Well, that wraps up this episode. Let us know what you guys y'all are excited for. But until then, nerd out.
Nerd out.
No doubt. Bye, guys.
Later.